One.
Woo!
Your daily hour with me.
Hello.
Yeah! Hey everybody, it's the program. We're on TV once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and we start talking.
For an hour.
Yeah, here we go.
Every day for 1 hour.
Every-
You have been warned.
Every day, every week for Dan.
Yeah, once a week. Every week, every
Hello,
Monday,
Dan.
things happen. I say things. You never know what is going to come out of my mouth.
And sometimes you won't even forget it.
It's your weekly hour with Dan.
That's right. Although I do
Sometimes.
tend to breathe, so there is air coming out of my mouth when I speak. So that is a for sure.
That's how vocalization works.
Yes, and if there's no air coming out of it, I'm an animatronic.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know if you can breathe. I mean, ever tried to talk while breathing in?
Hello.
Oh, I should have tried to do that.
How are you? I'm fine. I've been practicing
error.
for years.
Talking while breathing in is hard.
Hello. How are you?
Oh man, that's hard. That's harsh. Don't do that. Don't try that at home, viewers. I don't recommend that. Ugh.
You end up breathing in your own drool.
Yeah, that's bad. That's hard.
No,
We
yeah, don't do that.
we
don't
don't
try
wanna-
this at home, kids.
Wow.
We don't want to be held liable.
It's Monday and we're back here on the couch again. So Dan is back once a week. So how you doing?
Oh,
I'm
Dan.
doing okay.
How was the week for you?
Well, now that you ask me, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
Every single Monday this happens. It's like,
unremarkable.
wait,
but
no, it wasn't unremarkable. It's just that a whole bunch of stuff happened, and I don't necessarily connect this particular event with this particular day. I think in terms more of, so what has happened since the last time I was here on the program?
yeah.
And, I did the Mental Health News Hour on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I did karaoke the day before that on Friday.
You said Sunday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You meant
before that,
Saturday. Right.
Nothing happened.
So lots of
Didn't
TV
do
though.
anything.
That's 3 hours of TV in 1 week for you.
Oh yeah! Wow! I'm really.
I think you said Sunday. But you meant Saturday. You meant Saturday for...
Did I say Sunday? I meant
yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So I did the Mental Health News Hour on Saturday, and the day before that, on Friday, I did karaoke.
Did you do that song, did you? The Mental Health News Hour?
I believe he did say Sunday.
Did you do it though?
No.
Okay.
No, he said Sunday.
How'd it go this time?
I meant Saturday.
How'd Mental Health News Hour go?
I was wrong.
Did it go well?
Yeah, it turned out great. I'm editing it now. I got the laptop from work, and I'm currently editing that. And
Did anything bad happen?
no, it turned out really well.
Oh,
Two of the segments. Okay, so it went for an hour. I divided it up into 4 segments and 2 different sock puppets for each segment. Each segment was 13, 14 minutes, something like that. So I had enough space so that if we went over by 30 seconds or a minute or something, we'd be fine. Yeah, we'd have to go over by 2 minutes for me to lose time. So I probably got like 3 or 4 minutes for the opening and 3 or 4 for the closing, probably. Or less, something like that. I'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm editing that now, and my girlfriend is in a band, and so I'm going to put the extra music or the lead out music, or I'm not sure what the correct term is, closing music, I guess, credits,
Fade out.
outro.
Outro.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
There
the
you go.
outro is going to feature a song by the band, and it's called "Get Over It."
Wow.
I love this song. I fell in love with this song early on.
Good.
It's a wonderful song. So,
Good
So-
message. The show's over. No more.
yeah, get over it.
Yeah.
Go home.
Don't go home. You're at home watching the show. You're
Unless
looking
they're
at
at their...
YouTube. You must be at home looking at YouTube.
Well,
Unless you're
some people...
standing there in the rain in the parking lot watching the show in the rain on your phone No, don't do that.
I actually
Well-
saw the Karaoke Only episode on Sunday on Watching TV, and I tuned into it, and
Sunday morning, yep.
it was really time travel-y for a live show. It was heavily edited and seemed to have a plot, which is weird for Karaoke Only.
Oh, we didn't have many guests. Robert and I sang a great deal. We sang probably half the songs. We did backups for some people that were singing. They wanted support, emotional support, sing support. So we did that. There wasn't a theme.
What episode? Oh, they must have aired an old episode then. Huh?
Was it the Halloween themed one?
Yeah.
Okay,
How come
okay.
they're still airing the Halloween theme one in November?
Because the new one starts on the new one should have been this Friday.
Yeah, isn't it live?
Yeah, and every episode afterwards until the next live show should be that same show.
Yeah.
But apparently you're not. If the Halloween episode is rerunning, then well, that's a bad sign.
On Sunday it was a Halloween episode,
Oh dear.
but it had a lot of editing. It seemed like it was like you were traveling through time.
Well, Robert and I ended up taping like 3 or 4 different segments that he added in later into the show. There were elements in the show where there were some screw-ups, and so he covered them up with other interstitials that we had done. And he was having fun, and I don't care. And oh yeah, he did a bunch of posts.
So that means that the episode is probably going to be a little late if they have you all post.
Well, this one that we taped on Friday didn't have much in the way as not much need for post-editing changes. It was a straight-up show.
What did you do when it was live? When there was problems, you just thought the problems weren't live.
Oh.
And what?
Dude, I don't want to. I'm not going to say his name, but we've had a person do the audio,
Oh,
and this
Uh-oh.
person.
Carl? No.
No, Carl. No, it's a different person. I'm not going to say this person's name, but they have. They will mute the mics randomly or for reasons unknown. They will raise and lower the song level inside the studio, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can't really hear the song. You're singing the song, but you can't really hear it. They will raise and lower the audio for the singer, so the music is way too loud and you can't hear the singer.
That sounds like Carlism to me.
No, this person will raise and lower the audio according to how they feel about the song.
Wow.
If they don't like the song, they'll lower the audio and raise the voice.
Speaking about a cold shoulder, boy. Whew.
If they don't like how the person is singing the song, they will lower the singer's
Really?
voice and keep the audio up. Yeah.
Did they say that, or is that just seems
No, that is the observed behavior. It's been consistent for months and months and months.
And how many times have they messed up and then come back?
Every episode now for
So
months.
why are you allowing them to keep doing the audio? Why are you getting a new audio person from somebody else?
We're trying to be nice. We like this person. They're not a bad person.
Well,
They're doing stuff professionally, audio-wise, that is troubling and problematic.
Don't you just set the levels and then just leave it? Like what?
Yeah, but this person raises them and lowers them according to whim.
Why don't you set them and then tell this person,
We do.
don't touch it,
We have.
and they touch it?
Yep.
They say, and then afterwards.
They become god of the audio board. Do not fucking touch the audio board while I am on the audio board.
Did you tell them after the
Oh,
show was over?
this person has smacked my hands on more than one occasion. Yeah, they're at the audio board, and I'm like, stop! Don't do that.
Speaking
Don't
about
turn
Red
that.
Lobster.
Don't do that. And they smacked my hand.
Have you told them set the levels and then walk away? Have you told them that? Like,
Well, they
directly?
can't. They can't. They can't.
Why?
And the reason they can't is because every karaoke song is normalized at a different level. Some songs come in quieter and some come in louder. So the person at the audio board has to adjust.
But this person is
a little bit different.
And
maybe OCD
some
a little bit.
singers are very quiet. They'll get in front of the mic and they're very quiet, so they have to raise the mic up.
Sing like you mean it.
Some are loud. They have to raise. They have to lower it.
They're making decisions, and it's not like that.
They're making decisions that are problematic repeatedly. The same kinds of decisions over and over, and it's frustrating. And I like this person personally, but they're doing a bad job. And
Do they watch this show?
no.
How far?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Do a better job, you, whoever you are. Maybe you can. I mean, doesn't everybody know who does the audio for the thing? I mean, I'm just gonna go there.
People, yeah. People that are involved know they know the shitses that are happening, and they share the frustration. And my co-producer and I have been. You know, we're grateful because they're not being paid. They're a volunteer. And they're there because they want to be. They're doing a bad job.
Yeah. But it's like, at some point, you gotta say, enough is enough.
Yeah, well, this was the clincher. This show was a clincher.
Next month?
We're both looking at each other and going, "Arrgh!"
No more next month then, huh?
No, we'll have a new audio person next month.
Oh, have you told them yet?
I'm gonna tell them.
But you haven't, not yet?
The next time I see him. This week, probably.
I want to hear how that goes. Do you think they're going to be mad?
Yep.
Do you think they're going to want another chance? They're going to say, no, I'll do better next time.
I don't know. I'm going to be straight up about it. In fact, I think both of us are going to talk to him and say, listen, we are frustrated up to here. We've tried to be fair. We've tried to tell you, do this, don't do that. Or more than anything, please don't do that.
Yeah.
And we're not being listened to, and it's making for a terrible show.
Yeah.
Because the audio is really, really important, and there have been frequent fails such that we can't take it anymore. Sorry.
So you're going to have
fired.
to put your head out the window and scream.
Yeah, we're firing a volunteer.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for that person.
Mad as heck.
They think that they're all that.
And I'm not gonna take it.
Sorry,
yeah, you're not all that.
Yeah, but
more.
it's a hard thing to do because you really care about the person, right? Both of us.
Well,
both of us.
sure.
Both of us appreciate the help that we've been given. Both of us have been grateful for their effort, but no, can't take it anymore.
Well, I haven't really noticed the problems, and I've been to a couple of them. So.
Well, shit.
Well, actually, I have noticed that because I remember one time I was singing on the show.
Yeah.
And I had to say, like, into the mic, like, I can't hear, like, things.
Yep. Yeah, because they muted the mic.
Oh, yeah. They mute totally, like, 100% off?
They hit the mute button. And I have walked
what reason?
The set. I have walked off the set.
Yeah.
Walked into the control room and unmuted the mic buttons and growled at the person and walked back onto the set.
Wow.
You should go, maybe, it's too late because they're not doing it anymore, but just put a piece of tape on the, over that mute button and say, no! Correct no on there.
Oh, we were totally passive aggressive about it. Actually, it was just me.
Yeah.
Okay, so those unfamiliar with an audio board, you have your inputs in all your little aisles, and then you got a bunch of sliders down at the bottom.
Yeah,
and your sliders are where you move your level, you increase or decrease your levels of audio of one kind or another. So yeah, right there. So those are the sliders. What Kenny's doing. So you can raise and lower it. So this person, if they know what they're doing, it's on purpose and malignant. If they don't know what they're doing, they probably
the mute.
Yeah, they'll turn the mute button on and off. So So what we've done is you've got it there. So what we've done is we've taken tape like this and we've taped across the bottom and the top, and that limits the amount, right? There's a piece of tape here,
Yeah.
and it limits how far up and down they can go. We have done that, and it's been successful so far. But we just didn't get around to doing it this time. And it seems sad that we have to do that this person would be adjusting levels such that we're like, ah! And
Audio is over half of that program.
Yeah.
one would expect that one would learn over time. Oh, I screwed up. Okay, don't do that again. Whoops, I screwed up. Don't do that again. Whoops, I screwed up. Don't do that again. And it's the same mistake over and over again. So yeah.
A conundrum, to be
we're
sure.
We're going to have a new audio person.
Right.
Well, you think they're going to show up anyway? Or did you try to
No. We're going to talk to him. Yeah, we're going to talk to.
I kind of want to do it.
We're going to. Really?
I mean, yeah, if I have time to. But it would be.
It'll be Friday the 18th, I believe.
But somebody's got to get in there. And
December.
whoever's in there has got maybe got to face this other person. They're gonna be looking over the shoulder.
No. I think when we tell the person, listen, you can come and attend, be here if you want, but you're not going to be on the audio board ever again. Not for us. Anyone else? Good luck. Have fun. Thank you. Whatever. But no, you're fired from audio. We can't take it no more. Sorry. Really, seriously, sorry. But yeah, there's a point at which, your frustration level hits this peak level, and then you make a decision.
Yeah, well, you should have made a decision before you were frustrated. But
Well, I think my co-producers was thinking I wanted to give him another chance, and I was thinking he wanted to give him another chance, and he was thinking I wanted to give him another chance, and we've talked to this person, and there is no behavioral change.
too many chances.
Yeah, there's a point at which it's like, listen, I really can't take this anymore. It's driving me nuts.
Well, tune in to Carol Golick for better audio then next month.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Well, how about the streets? Do you see anything on the streets in the last week?
Leaves.
It's been falling. I had to rake some leaves this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, there's an apartment complex near the station, and it's a really steep hill, and this complex is really new. They built it this summer. They finished it, and I was when I saw the apartments are up on a hill, and then there's a steep hill going down to a road below. I was kind of amazed that whoever decided on the angle of the steepness of the hill, I was kind of amazed. It's like, wow, boy, you must be putting in like girders and stuff to keep that hill from sliding, because every winter we get, not all the time, but we get these drenches. We get these periods of time where there's a ton of rain, a lot of water, and any hill without a good root system from trees or shrubs or whatever, the thing slides. And
the whole
and
apartment complex is going to fall down the hill, huh?
No, just the surface. The apartments, they were on originally flat land, but the edge of the hill, yeah, unless it's got buttresses or some kind of bracing. Buttresses.
It's like butter.
Okay, let's pretend that you had a wall, and you weren't sure if the wall was going to stand by itself. So what you do is you erect small columns, a little shorter than that.
Erect a buttress?
No, the buttress are these columns that are next to the wall, and there is rock work or cement work or brickwork of some kind that pushes against both sides of the wall, and they support the wall from leaning one way or the other. That's what a buttress is.
Okay.
And so you'd have a long wall, and you would have several columns, and they would have these connections to the wall, keeping the wall from falling one to the side or the other side. And buttresses were used back in the Renaissance period and before that, because they would build these tall walls for cathedrals and castles and mostly like religious structures. And the walls were relatively thin and they would fall over because they were a long, thin wall of rock. And anytime there was any kind of weather settling, right, freezing, the hot summer, the cold winter, there's always, shifts because the rock would contract and expand, and without some sort of support, the rock would, these walls would fall over.
Yeah.
And things would collapse. So buttresses were these little structures along the side of it that would push against the wall and keep it facing inwards. And there were internal buttresses as well. And so they could make structures really, really, really high, but they had to have buttresses.
There's no buttress on the hill, so it's going to do a landslide.
Yeah, no buttresses whatsoever. Yeah.
Maybe there's internal buttresses.
For the apartments, yeah. There are big, deep cement cement ground things that are flat, and the apartment sits on.
Well, hopefully there won't be a landslide block that road.
Now, if there was a big rush of flood that came through, the whole building might lift up and slide.
The building would fall on the hill. That'd be so scary. I think you wake up and you're in your apartment, and then you wake up and your whole building is sliding on the hill.
Yeah, if you're still alive.
Well,
Yeah.
The whole building may just collapse. I think instead of sliding.
Yeah, the building would collapse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you'd be doomed.
You think that there's a possibility of that happening? Because maybe you should tell somebody.
The buildings are far enough back from the leading edge of the hill that I think they're probably okay, unless there was a major, like if we had rain, if we had like heavy rain for 2 weeks, oh yeah, those they would slide off. That whole hill would go flop.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, aren't like on-the-job contractors and people that draw up schematic diagrams of floor plans and whatnot are taking stuff like that into account?
One would think.
Hope so.
Maybe if they're cheap enough apartments on there.
Well,
But what happens is an engineer has to decide on the angle of the hill, have an understanding of the environment, and the what that hill needs to be able to withstand to be able to stay that hill.
Mm-hmm.
They need to have that understanding, and they have to incorporate into the planning.
They built the hill.
And then the city has to approve it. There is an inspector that comes out and says, "Yup," or "Nope, too steep."
Did they build the hill or they cut a hill or what?
do it again.
The hill wasn't as steep before, but they wanted more room for buildings, and so what they did is they built up the hill so it was flat over a wider area, and then had a steeper edge that went down to the road.
So they built the apartments on land that they had built that wasn't even there before?
Part of it, the edge,
Ooh, that's dangerous.
the leading
I think.
edge. Yeah.
Well, that's asking for trouble, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
I would agree.
It'll probably be a few years, though. But we'll
Pardon?
see. It'll probably be a few years until it's an issue, but we'll see in a couple of years if that apartment slides down the hill or not.
Yeah, and the sad part is whoever made the design failed, and whoever approved it in the city as far as inspecting it, saying, yes, this is approved.
Multiple levels of failure.
Yep.
Sometimes
Yep.
everybody, it's got like for problems like that.
Yeah, wherever the buck stops, that person needs to be fired.
Well, it's like so many people. It's like who gets the blame, passing it on until it's
Wherever the buck stops.
yeah.
Anarchism for everyone.
It has to be someone who understands what the full situation is and says yes anyway.
Yeah.
And when shit like this happens, you wonder how much palm greasing there has been happening.
Like bribes.
Yep. one wonders. One wonders because it's like I'm not an engineer, but I lived in this town for decades, and I know what happens. And I looked at that hill, and I'm like, holy shit! I sure hope they did something because that hill is gonna fall over if we get a heavy rain, and we do twice a year. We get these big heavy rains for sustained periods, spring and fall.
Maybe they stuck extra rebar in the ground.
Oh, I walked by it almost every day. I saw no rebar.
Uh-oh, no.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Let's play the dice game.
I would have, at least until the plant roots held.
Yeah.
I would have.
Did they plant things? We're getting that pen here. We're writing down numbers on our hands between 1 and 6.
Thank you.
Dan just writes a 3. I'll try to visualize the future. There we go. Huh?
I didn't hear
Dan just writes a 3.
bowling
like,
pin
yeah, you
roll.
know, you know
I
that's
heard
what they're
it.
gonna write.
Oh,
I know that's
cool.
what they're gonna write.
All right.
Carl knows that's what they're gonna write. But it's like when you said that, I thought, wait. I haven't written it down. I could write another one.
You could have.
And just
That would have
mess with you.
Yeah, that would have been a surprise.
Okay.
But
What? Like that. That's
what the what?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I wrote a 3
Reality is sound.
because I want 3. I want that dice to be 3 a lot.
Oh!
Holy shit. My wanting of it made it
It
happen.
happened.
Or, yeah, that's what I'm telling myself. I wanted it so bad that it happened. Did my mind affect?
Reality?
Yeah, did it?
Hmm.
Not likely. I just
Ginsu
got
left
lucky.
A ton of messages today.
Oh,
What else is new, actually?
Well, listen, I don't have a whole lot of like space science to talk about, but I have a good deal of mental health type science to talk
well,
about.
let's hear about it. I'm calling Freddie the producer right now.
All right.
Maybe we'll listen to 1 or 2 Ginsu messages, do some mental health, listen to some more Ginsu messages too.
All right.
That's what we can do for next tomorrow. More.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Dobler. I can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave me a nice message, then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Freddie, it's the program. You can call us back. I think you're doing that thing where you don't answer your phone, you call back, so maybe you can still. You got half an hour?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Maybe more like 40 minutes, but too late. I don't know. Maybe 45. My concept of time is really off.
Really? Why?
Well, because I don't know. I mean, ever since, I was like a kid, I would be looking at magazines or whatever, being at the toy section of a store. Maybe I already told this, maybe I haven't. But I would be like, Carl, we were looking for you for like an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I just got here.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why the program is good for you. Here's this message.
Exactly.
Freaking, it's gonna be that TV kid thing. Okay. So, see, the
Kissing?
deal is, motherfucker.
What?
I got a question for you.
What?
What the fuck,
Oh,
over?
I could have guessed. I
So,
should have
Kenny,
guessed.
whenever I'm offering you money, see,
Hmm?
I done the odds. I did the odds in my head, see, because my head's got a smart hole in it somewhere. And the odds was you is not going to guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I did guess, you don't have the money to back it up.
I put the money amount on the odds. The chances you guessing are like zilch. So, motherfucker.
That's not the point. It doesn't matter how much.
In one guess, your odds are zilch. So, pretty much. But you did not do the odds whenever you says, "Oh, I'll give you $1 million if you win."
Of the odds thing is that you
See,
shouldn't do it
you
at
didn't
all.
do the odds in your head. You just yapped your fucking hole, that cut in your face.
Oh.
You opened it and said, "I'll give you $1 million if you win." See, you didn't do any odds. You didn't think that you're
it's
a
a
fucking
fake bet.
taker, obviously. Or you wouldn't have said, "I'll give you $1 million if you win," because the odds was there that there's a chance I could win.
Yeah. Well,
Right along with everybody else.
it was a one question
I'm still
answer. You
winning,
win
and
everything.
You gotta fucking pay.
And I don't know.
So, see, if you were trying to freaking do something like teach me a lesson, except for the lesson you taught me is that you got a cunt in your face.
Yeah, you're not very teachable.
And that's about it.
What?
You got a face cunt. And a lion face cunt.
We have
Big ol'
rudeness on the
hole
program.
Yeah, what
in
are you
your
doing?
face.
Why are you so rude?
And
What did we ever do to you?
big enough for a baby to come out. Or at least a big old fat fucking lie. See, 'cause you didn't do the odds properly. Because the odds would have told you, "Oh, I'll give you $1 if you win."
It's
Yeah.
not about the
Because
odds.
the odds are there that I could win.
It's not about the odds.
You know.
Now, if you do the odds in your head and go, "Oh, there's no fucking way you can win," then you go, "I give you $1 million." Because there's no fucking way you're going to win, dumbass.
You're the dumbass.
And then, what the fuck happens? I win, and then you got to backtrack and go, "Oh, I'm just trying to
I
teach
didn't
you a
backtrack.
lesson."
It was
'Cause
obvious.
freaking you're saying that
Did he
you're
actually-
giving millions, and
Did he
Mr.
win?
Okay.
and
Mr.
but see,
Ginsu
whenever
called,
I'm giving
said,
millions,
I'll give you $1 million.
the odds of you winning are so astronomical.
I'll give you $1 million if you guess my thing. And then I didn't want to play the game. I said, you don't have $1 million. You can't like do this thing. And then I said, hey, this is how I feel. He'll give me $1 million to win the dice game. And then he won the dice game. And he's like, where's my million? And I said the point of the whole thing was that nobody has him. He doesn't have $1 million. I don't have $1 million. It's obviously now, but he knows that too. He knows that it's what I was trying to say, and he's just unhappy that I was like disagreeing with his wager of doing the thing, and now he's using, it's like semantics and everything, and now he's just fake upset.
So
about
essentially,
something.
exaggerating the importance of a non-event.
Yeah. I said I'll give you $1 million. I said, you know how you shouldn't be offering things that you don't have, like $1 million. And I said, I'm gonna offer $1 million right now, and I don't even have it. Here's $1 million again, and then I did, and then now he's like, whoa! He doesn't want to be called out on his $1 million offer
So
that he doesn't have.
At a thing.
Yeah, now he's trying to blow things out of proportion all the time, but which is okay. I mean, what else are we gonna do on the program other than blow up small
Well, if
things?
you told them at the time you don't have $1 million, it's like, okay, whatever.
We're blowing up small things, so.
Pretty much.
So what about mental health, Dan?
What was really interesting, one of the more interesting news bullets that I was reading.
Actually with schizophrenia.
Uh-huh.
There were like three different news bullets that were just about schizophrenia or people with schizophrenia or maybe depression. And one was on finding the gene that is
Oh, your mic's cutting in and out.
Okay, finding the
There you
gene.
There we go.
No.
Oh, that's.
There you go.
Crap. You haven't heard me most of the time.
Well,
Maybe.
it's cutting
Who
in and out.
knows? But
Okay, so
just focus on the center board.
okay, so the gene that is often people with bipolar, major depression, and schizophrenia have a gene where there are bit code errors in the gene, and this is often this particular gene. It's called DISC1. Anyway, it's a section in a chromosome that is from here to over there, so it's a gene. So I had one news bullet about that. I had another news bullet about talk therapy, the difference between giving someone a pill and talk therapy, or combining the two. That's been done with major depression for years and years and years. Generally, when someone goes in to a doctor and they have major depression, they have extreme, strong, consistent, daily depression. Often that person will not only be given an antidepressant, but they will also get some therapy. They will talk to a person about their shit. The therapist will give them coping skills, or they will work out coping skills that work specifically for that particular individual. There will be other managing the symptoms. When you're feeling this, what helps, what works, what helps you not give in to these feelings and these urges that are really awful. There will be other social supports. The person goes and they socialize with others that have similar kinds of things that they experience, and they can relate to other people. Human beings are social creatures for the most part. So there was that thing. Now, they've been doing that with depression for years and years and years, but they hadn't really tried it with people with schizophrenia or schizoaffective, or a condition where they're getting hallucinations, where they're having emotion flattenness, where they're where they have delusions, or they have these extra experiences.
They don't get talked to?
Well, in the U.S., they just, here you go, here, have a pill, and you get a case manager, and you can talk to this case manager once a month, and you have a social worker that might talk to you, but pretty much the person is on their own. Pretty much. They're on their own. And they might have friends. If they have friends that are also getting mental health treatment, they might be friends with other people, and they can relate to someone, and they have some sort of a social support from someone who goes through similar kinds of things. But this hasn't been really prevalent in the U.S. It's been widely used for decades in other countries, Europe, Australia,
really? How come they have different? It seems like if it's a medical thing, that it should be kind of an international standard.
Well, every country decides how much money they're going to put towards people with disabilities, and mental health is one of many different disabilities. There's physical disabilities, there are mental health disabilities, there are
I think that's it, physical and mental. What else could there be?
No. Well, there's mental health, but then there's people that are Down syndrome, or they're I don't want to say retarded, but that's been the use of the term, and it's not a pleasant term to use.
That doesn't count as mental health?
No, not really, because it's a matter of intelligence.
Okay.
Folks with bipolar, for instance, can be brilliant. There are so many actors in Hollywood that they are bipolar, but they're brilliant. What's his face? Mork from Mork.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, bipolar, brilliant.
Well, he did so much cocaine, though. That's why I kind of figured that.
Well, he didn't do that much cocaine. He was bipolar. He would go through ups and downs.
Are you sure?
And ups and downs.
I thought he did like a lot of cocaine. I think that's what his problem was.
People with bipolar often will use drugs to slow them down when they're going too fast and speed them up when they're going too slow.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to help.
The mental health issue happened before the drug issue.
Okay.
The drug issue is as a result of a person attempting to self-medicate.
Okay.
So that's something that should be considered but separated. Considered apart.
All right.
It's going to have an effect, but it's not the initial cause. It can look like the cause and feel like the cause, but ultimately, this person going through these regular ups and downs, that's the framework on which the cocaine was snorted.
Okay.
So I mean, it has an influence, but the mental health issue came first in their teens usually. So anyway, so in the U.S., generally a person has a mental health issue, and they go in, they see a doctor, and the doctor prescribes medication. They give them the meds, and there you go, goodbye, come back in a month. Where in Europe, they go to a therapist that helps them manage their symptoms, figure out how to cope with things, figure out stuff. They get a lot more social supports than other countries. These are countries that are social democracies, socialist democracies, that spend much more money towards people with disabilities than the U.S. The U.S. doesn't spend much at all. Canada spends way more on folks with disabilities and elderly and stuff like that. And all over Europe, they spend a lot more.
Okay.
Folks on the bottom that have the biggest monkeys on their back, they're not discarded as quickly or as much or to the same extent as they are in the U.S. The U.S. Not so much. So anyway, so they did this experimental program, and it went for I think 7 years, and people that were diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar or some such thing, they got more attention. They got more social supports. They got more skill building. They got more coping and help and this sort of thing, rather than being left on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So
It seems like an obvious solution to me, though. I mean,
you'd think, but as far as depression, when a person goes into therapy, okay, we'll just take my own experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use me as an example. I suffered from severe depression for many years. I pondered suicide frequently.
Okay.
For long periods of time. There was a point at which I made an attempt, and I ended up in the psych unit.
Uh-huh.
What I was given was a medication. Here's your medication. Contact your doctor when you leave the psych unit. I was there for a week. Contact your doctor, and they'll continue prescribing. I would not. That's all I would have been given. That was it. But I demanded therapy. I talked to the doctor. I need therapy. I need to talk to someone. I talked to people in the mental health community, the community mental health center. I said, I need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized way back then, before I had read any of the research that I've read since then, long since then, is that with therapy, I can learn a skill. Like when I'm really depressed, do this thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Do that thing here.
Yeah.
Turn off that, turn on this.
Yeah.
Different skills that I can use to cope. Call someone. Do this, do that. All this sort of stuff. You don't get that with a pill. The benefit of therapy is that those skills last, and they become habits. They become coping mechanisms that I regularly use, so that when I am depressed, 10 years after this severe bout, I still have those skills. A pill, as soon as the pill wears off, as soon as I stop taking the pill, I got no skills.
Yeah.
I'm on my own again.
What?
And the cost of the pill, the overall dollar amount spent on that goes to big pharma for the pills that I've been taking is about the same as the cost of paying a therapist to sit there and listen to me whine and snivel about my shit.
Maybe if any viewers are having problems like that, what are you supposed to do?
Well,
I mean, I guess it's not a quick fix,
with regards to depression, they've done studies where they give there are 3 groups, and none of the 3 groups nor the doctors know which group is getting what pill.
Oh yeah, but what about
one pill is a medication, one pill is St. John's wort, comes from an herb, and another is a placebo. They also did talk therapy, and all the results were the same.
Yeah.
The improvements that the people had during the study were all similar.
What
the placebo got the highest amount, got the best results.
Wow.
Yeah, the
really?
Placebo.
Well, I think I see those commercials for those pills, and they look like if I had all the side effects that those pills say they have, then I would be depressed afterwards more than before.
Oh yeah. And if those companies were not forced to talk about the side effects of the pills, they would not. They wouldn't be there. You would get this big, glitzy, exciting advertisement. Come take this pill for this condition.
Yeah.
and there'd be nothing after that. Then people would just take it and, have diarrhea and like, what?
Why am I having diarrhea? I'm depressed now. What? If I have diarrhea, I get depressed. I think. I mean, at least during the time. What?
If I had diarrhea every day for 2 weeks, yeah, I'd start to get depressed.
Yeah. What are the skills that you were talking about, maybe in the therapy that you use long term? Like, you start having bad thoughts. Do you like think of a happy place or maybe think of goals? Do you have like set goals for the future?
Actually, no. It's distractions.
Yeah.
Because when a person is seriously depressed, they are sucked into this feeling and this sense of loss and this feeling of doom, and it's a spiral downwards, and it's intense emotionally. And thinking clearly is difficult, and thinking rationally is really difficult. And so the skills are typically, okay, I'm feeling this way, do this thing. And whatever that skill is, it's an act that you do that helps you work towards rational things. For instance, when I'm feeling this way, talk to another person.
Yeah.
Talking to another person, I get out of my head. I'm having a conversation with someone else, not with myself. If I talk about my shit, I can say, oh, I'm feeling this, that, the other. Hopefully the person is like, I'm sorry, and I'm listening to you, I'm hearing you, I'm there emotionally for you, and I can talk out what's going on, and I feel better.
That seems like common sense to me, but maybe that's where the barrier between having a mental thing and not is that, if I'm feeling bummed
well,
out,
one of the more important skills that I learned and that I've seen with other people is that I have short-term goals, very short-term goals. When I'm deeply depressed, I find it difficult to think about the times that I was not.
Yeah.
I find it difficult to look back at the times when I was doing well, when things were good, when I was happier, when all that. None of that carries much emotional weight at all. What I'm feeling right now in this moment is dark and is doom, and that the rest of all that other time, which is the majority of the time, seems like it never happened, or it's
so
just a dream or something.
That's like what sticks with you. I think maybe that's part of nature, is that your traumas and your negative experiences really stick with you, whereas the positive experience, like, that was nice, and you move on from that. And so, but the bad things, they stick with you, and
they linger.
You rehash them in your mind, and every time you think about it, maybe it's doing that thing.
And the skills involve getting out of that.
Yeah.
Having a little habit, a little behavior, a little thing that you do. It might be a little ritual. It might be something. It's like, okay, I'm feeling this way. I don't like it. I would like not to feel that way. I don't think there's anything I can do or say that will change it right now, but I'm just going to do this thing. I'm just going to go and do this mindless thing and just do it. And that act in itself is a distraction from the feeling, and the results of me doing that thing is, again, another distraction.
Yeah.
And it's an attempt to try and reset and reset and reset.
Maybe so, if you have a schedule for yourself, if you have nothing to look forward to, it's easy to think like that.
Yeah, so. The skill is giving yourself short-term little things to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow morning I'm going to go do this thing. Things will be better. I'll feel better.
Things to do,
telling yourself over and over is like, okay, sleep, go to sleep, and I don't have to go through this while I'm asleep. Tomorrow will be a better day. There's new things happening.
Yeah.
There's something to look forward to, and having these very, very short-term goals. That is a big thing in mental health. And that may be, I don't know, I didn't read about, the specifics regarding the skills that were given to folks with schizophrenia, because their symptoms are very different than mine, what I went through. But these things, 10 years later, I still remember them. I haven't had like a serious major bout of depression like that for many years.
Good.
Many, many years, but I still have the skills. The pills, I have not taken an antidepressant in decades,
The
but the
bill-
skills remain.
skills to pay the bills, not the pills. Pills don't
That's
pay the
right.
bills.
That's right. Skills pay the bills. Yep. So I would advocate
something to say, Carl?
anyone going through or having depression, if you have an opportunity to get therapy, do it.
Or call the program if you're feeling that low. Call us. We'll talk to you. You want to
Yeah.
talk to somebody? We're here for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
608-364-384.
Yeah.
You're a valid person. We'll tell you about it.
Yeah. We'll listen.
Yeah. You can maybe you can tell some. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like therapy. We've only got an hour.
Yeah. Hear this.
Oh, yeah.
We can't promise to talk to listen for a long period of time.
From goals, so if I was thinking like, man, I'm like I got to do the program.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Here it
So.
goes.
So there was the gene thing where
do a
people with
call.
schizophrenia, bipolar, and depression,
Kinda gotta
they have
find that.
a gene, and this gene is really interesting because it codes for proteins that act in the prefrontal cortex.
Oh, Carl's got something to say.
You're watching your daily hour with me. It's our long hyperlive call-in television talk show that's recorded every day in Thurston County, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 days on leap years. YDHWM began on September 19, 2010. Tapes a week in advance, so if you're watching this on TCTV channel 22 at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped on the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped on the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384. Leave a message. We'll play your message on the next episode of the program and call you back. Thank you. I guess I can do that without hearing the music.
I got the
Anyway.
music going, I figured it out.
Well, yeah. Time for the dice game as well,
All right.
since this
Yeah, I
is...
think we are getting through. We gotta get. Maybe we should call Mr. Ginsu without listening to the rest of his messages. 'Cause there's about a bazillion of them. So. Oh, Freddie tried to call us back too.
Dad's got thoughts and points now.
I guess I missed your call. I actually wasn't doing the thing where I call you back with the other number. I just apparently have my phone on silent. I didn't see it. Maybe I still have time, maybe not. But
Yeah, we didn't
sounds
see your
good.
phone call either, Freddie,
What
so
else?
it's alright.
We're almost caught up
Whoa.
with all the capturing, which is good because we've got a holiday weekend coming up. And so we got to make sure we have everything turned in by at least Wednesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday, so. Yeah, doing good though. Oh, and I'm still not quite sure how to turn off the, like how to close the
that's-
call once I'm
That's trying to
done.
hang up.
Wow.
So I'm still talking to you.
Fair enough. Still makes for a good program, I guess.
I think it's good. Hey Dan, you got another 500 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a 3 already, though.
Yeah, you got another 500.
Oh, I did it.
1,000 total now, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, 1 year ago today.
Hello?
What's going on, motherfucker?
Yeah, hey everybody,
Where
it's
am I
the
being
program commercial. Today we're here with Carl.
And I'm here with Kenny.
Here I am.
And Mr. Ginsu kind of, wow, hung up on us. Oh.
I don't think so. I think he had other things to do. I didn't feel hung up, but he gave us plenty of warning.
He had a Artist incoming weigh-in phone or call.
He gave us plenty of warning.
Yeah.
But Carl's a little bit hung up on it. I think he feels offended. So,
you better.
if you want to watch
Darn,
Carl be
I
offended,
don't know.
That was
Tune
a
in.
year
I
ago.
might be.
at 11:30 and 2 a.m. TC Channel 22, Cole 106.5, Low Power FM.
Muffins.
Last year you hung up on us or something. Carl got offended.
For what?
I watched last year's episode.
You did?
And I was offended from what?
Uh,
We have no. It was a year.
Yeah.
No idea
What happened a year
whatsoever.
ago?
It had to do with muffins. That's the only clue we have.
Muffins? Oh. Maybe.
What are you doing?
Maybe my muffins was burning and I had to go get them.
Yeah.
That is possible.
Yeah, freaking possible.
It's Monday. Dan is here, Mr. Ginsu.
Hey, Mr. Ginsu. How's it going?
I knew Dan was there already.
Oh, okay. You want a number? Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Pick a number, man.
6. Good.
Dan, you won.
Did I really?
Yes.
I won. I got like 2 3s. I'm a winner. I got 1,000 points. I have to do something with those 1,000 points before the show is over. What should I do with them?
There's really nothing you can do.
What if
You should tell me what C means in E equals MC squared.
C is the speed of light.
Okay, you're pretty smart, motherfucker. Now, how many fucking miles a second is the speed of light?
186 miles. Yeah.
Oh, fucking K. You're pretty smart.
It's trivia.
Point?
Trivia.
Point?
I was just seeing if, okay, what's the M stand for?
There is no point,
Math.
Carl.
Okay. What's the E stand for?
Energy.
Okay.
What is the equal?
You ain't all stupid then.
You know, I don't think trivia is a very good sign of intelligence. You know, maybe it's memory, but I think maybe intelligence is more about associating like different things and not just like rattling.
Well,
off the trivia.
if I understand why, or if I understand the meaning of it,
What, Carl, what you
or
want?
I just don't know what's the point.
What of what?
The asking of questions. It's almost like that I'm
it's basic science.
No, living through planes, trains, and automobiles with Mr. Ginsu. Is there a point to what you're
What's
saying?
The point, Mr. Ginsu? Why are you asking about these equations? Are you doing some science? Are you trying to?
Why are you asking about the point, Carl?
Yeah,
I agree with Mr. Ginsu, Carl. I don't know why you want a point. Why does there have to be a point in things? Can't we just do things with no points? I mean, what's the...
Well, apparently I'm
What's
Steve
the
Martin,
point?
and someone else is John Candy right now.
Well, the point is nuclear fusion.
Come on. I mean,
That's
I don't
the
know.
point. Fusion.
Oh, look at that.
It's the end of the show.
Fusion. Nuclear
You know, I
fusion.
almost called you a little bit earlier, but I thought the end of the show would be at 11:30.
No, it's right now.
Well, that's
11:30?
that's when it starts on the cable channel. But yeah. Most of the time, at least when I'm here, the program is in the evenings, as it is now.
Life is not clockwork like. Life is not clockwork like a TV program.
Hey.
Oh boy.
I see. Well, then you don't have to play that one message I left you where I asked Dan what E equals MC, the C or the.
Oh yeah, we didn't get a chance to listen to all your messages today because we damn
9, 8, 7.
I see.
6,
Well, I asked Dan what the C meant.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, all the questions got answered. They're freaking.
Who's there? Sneezing sound? Why do you think I'm not calling now? 360
Son of a bitch.
Hospital. Who you guys want to be on the
Yeah,
field?
hospital.
Emily, Joe, John, Kendall, Martha, Ron, Silver.
Thank you, Yuppie and TCTV.
Fabulous. Thanks, Mr. Ginsu. Thanks for calling, leaving those messages. Washington State, USA. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Paul.
I was just bitching about my $100,000.
Woof woof.
That was an exaggeration, obviously.
It's a trap.
I was still bitching about my $100,000.
Coming up in the next episode of the program.
God.
Your daily hour with me.
Hey, don't spread accusations.
Mr. Ginsu's on the phone today. He's bugging out about financial problems.
Yeah.
Carl's here.
Fucking Kenny's trying to weasel his way out of fucking not paying me my
I'm not
money.
weaseling my way out of anything. I'm not doing it.
It was a fake game.
It was fake. 11:32 a.m. Channel 22. We're doing the Thurston County Awards today still. Come and check it out on Friday at TCTV 440 Yarker Way on Friday night. 360-36434. Call in, leave a message on TV.
Son of a bitch.
Bye.
Drop up my money.